Hello, welcome to the Reloading Podcast here on the Firearms Radio Network, presented by Patriot Patch Company and 4patriots.com. Hi, everyone. So Nick couldn't make it. Sharonda couldn't make it. Jim's out of the country. Couldn't make it. I'm not sure what's up with Paul. I don't know if I missed something there. So it's just me tonight. Sorry. But I do have something, and I kind of want to throw out to everybody in the chat and see what you think. And then we'll go from there. So I went shooting Thursday. So that's what I did. I took, what all did I take out? I took out my 357, my 45. And then I also took out my 22. And then I took out a 22 caliber air rifle and a my kid's Ruger 1022. So had some fun. Rapid. I did a mag dump on the 45, and I was shooting one of the 6-inch circle shooting C's at 10 yards, and I put 4 out of the 8 in the circle, so that was actually kind of shocking. I didn't think I'd shoot that well. I shot, so I've had this, my wife's had this family friend that originally her dad passed a few years ago, and I got a bunch of their reloading stuff then, and that's where I got a lot of my shot from. Literally had coffee cans and coffee cans of shot. And some other stuff, and then I kind of helped them get rid of some of the other things that weren't reloading related. Well, unfortunately, she lost her husband over the last year, and so she's now to the point where she's getting rid of all that. Well, he had a bunch of ammo and stuff, so I bought that off her. Most of it's good stuff. There's actually a lot of 22 in there. There's some old Federal that was kind of neat. The problem with it was in my Smith & Wesson Victory, the slide, or it wasn't feeding in the mags very well. I put 25 rounds of it in my kid's 1022 in the actual Ruger 25 round mag, and it fed like a dream. But in the Smith & Wesson single stack 22, the Victory, I don't know if it's just because the lead bullets were slightly, the actual bullets themselves were a little bigger or what, but it would, after a couple of magazines, it wouldn't feed right. So that was kind of a bummer because I got 2 whole bricks of that. So I don't know, maybe it's got some goopy stuff on it and I should wipe them down. Obviously, I'm not going to tumble 22 long rifle. That probably would be a really bad idea. Tumbling other center fire loaded ammunition is not a bad idea, but I don't like the idea of tumbling 22 long rifle or any other rimfire stuff. So David, it's me, myself, and I. Unfortunately, nobody else. Sorry. But here's the question that I have for whoever's in the chat. One of the regulars at Cabela's and the guy I usually go shooting with, when I got my 6.5, said he had 4 boxes of 6.5 Creedmoor ammo, and so I bought it off of him. Excuse me, Allie. Hang on a second. There. So it's the 6.5 black, the 140 grain. I'm just looking at making a hunting load for this year. I got to find a scope. I think I might have a scope in the mess that's the closet. I'm not sure. But since I have um, 80 rounds of this. What I'm thinking is I'm thinking of taking 40 rounds of it, leaving it factory. Paul has no internet, so um, he just texted me from his cell phone. Paul has no internet, so that's why he won't be able to join. So, but my thought is taking 40 of this, pull it, dump the powder, come up with my own load of powder, reload them, and maybe do 20 of one charge weight, or 20 of another. I don't know, or kind of do maybe like a modified OCW, where I split it. Maybe use two powders. I'm not sure, but then keep the other two factory boxes and shoot that and see how that does. I don't know. What's everybody think on that one? Because I don't want to just shoot all 80 rounds just to empty the brass. That's kind of stupid. And then, frankly, with how much primers cost, that's a real stupid waste of primers. The 140 grain boat tails would be great on whitetail. So that's what I'm looking at. But other than that, I'm not really sure. What's everybody in the chat think? You guys should just text me back on that. Oh, Jen Champ said just tumble the 22 long rifle one at a time. That's a long ass bullet. Wow. Look at that freaking bullet. So. David Campbell, the manual doesn't advise anything because the manual doesn't advise anything about pulling factory loaded ammo. So Paul Loud said I'd shoot one box to see how they perform in your gun before I start pulling any. Okay. I left my normal bottle opener, so gotta go with the Gerber. My normal bottle opener is attached to my keys upstairs. So Vemgem says, yep, correct. Paul Loud says maybe it'll be the load your gun likes. I suppose, but the problem with that, Paul, is even if it is the load I like or the gun likes. Hi, Paul.
Just got the internet back.
Yay. So the question I posed to the chat, I have, where did I set them? So I have 80 rounds of this Hornady Black 6.5 Creedmoor 140 grain Bowtail hollow point.
Okay.
What I proposed, and I was commenting about how that's a long ass bullet. What I had proposed is I'm thinking about about keeping 40 intact, and shooting a 5-shot group to see how it does out of the gun.
Okay.
Okay. With the other 40, this is just strictly for shooting whitetail. That's all I'm looking at doing it right now. Down the road, we're going to get serious and go long range and et cetera, et cetera. But we're looking at Wisconsin whitetail, so we're talking 200-yard shot max.
Sure.
Where I hunt.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about with the other 40 is pulling the bullets, dumping the powder, and then reloading them with powder. And the one of two options would be either 2 powders, 1 charge for all 20, for each powder. If I have 2 powders, if not, then I'll buy some, I guess. But or Or the other option would be like a modified OCW, where I actually take your the powder range, and make 20 loads, divide it out. So
Yeah,
then
okay.
each powder.
I'd sit down and pick a powder out and say go down a grain and a half from top load,
Okay.
and then you know work up in 2/10 or 3/10, work up and do a short ladder.
Hmm.
Just one shot each, just to see how they come out with the velocity and how they come out onto paper.
Yeah.
And
Uh, Somebody had mentioned about, don't you want to fire form them before reloading them? Not really in this case.
no, not at this time. I mean,
If I was going for precision long range, yeah, I'd pull
right,
the bullets. But the problem with, and the thing I was talking about is, I I'm hesitant to just shoot 40 rounds just to shoot 40 rounds.
sure, okay. But I would.
Um,
That's why I'm sitting there saying do 5-shot group, and then
right.
take and do say 10 loads or 5 loads or whatever it works out to be, a grain and a half from top for whatever powder you decide on, or 2
Hmm.
powders, and that way you only have maybe 6 or 7 loads to shoot out of each one, and then work it from there.
Yeah.
Um, that way you can kind of see if you got a flat spot in your velocities, and you could build a load from that, or if you can see if that flat spot isn't really that good because the diversion of the bullets is too far apart on paper.
Okay.
um, it gives you a lot more options that I see, and you still have, say, another 28 or so more to play with. Um, so just pull the ones that you need to pull, and be very accurate in what you're doing as far as you're reloading it, and then go from there. You pull out your reading scale, and trickle in and do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, H 4350 is supposed to be the magic dust.
Well, this is weird. Sorry, Rumble. Um, it's live on Rumble, but I guess audio only. I don't see video.
Mm.
So I'm not sure what happened there. So, why is it not? Weird.
Yeah, so Paul Loud, yes, we kind of graph everything now. Yeah, we have to. We got to see where we're at and everything else. And with the 5 shots on each of them, we kind of graph, one, what the factory load is, and then two, what our hand loads for our ladders are. And but by using 2 options to see where the bullet strikes, and along with where the velocity is, can tell us a lot more about how the groups will shoot.
Yeah. I'll probably just Magneto speed it.
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't see. I haven't gotten the audio trigger, or the trigger for the lab radar yet. So
okay,
if I get that, then I'll take the lab radar too. Basically, I think it's inertia driven instead of audio, because
right,
like
yeah,
when I took the lab radar out last time, it was windy and
hmm
it would not. pick up the shot, even though I'm firing, I'm firing a 30-30 and the lab radar was, 10 inches.
Yeah, from the muzzle, right. So definitely I would wait till the trigger comes in, because again, you're saying it's inertial driven, which is nice. And then yeah, just go that way. I mean, that's the best way. I mean, I could see um, starting out with. Do you have any other loads at all? Just to put a couple down the board to see to kind of
No, that's all the ammo I got for 6.5.
that's all you got. Okay,
I think, because I think
all
when I
right,
sold my 6.5s last time, I sent the ammo with it.
okay,
So I don't even have dies right now. So
yeah, I understand.
I gotta get. You can do a 10-round Satterley load development ladder test.
Yeah,
Gen Champ Jr. It is a Ruger American Predator.
which means it's got the heavier barrel on it, which is nice.
Yeah, it's got the tapered barrel.
Yeah,
It's threaded.
right. Yep.
Excuse me. So that'll be nice. It's the factory stock and everything. The nicest thing I found out about it is it's AI mags.
Yeah.
So that means I
Okay.
can get larger round mags for it.
Yeah, you can go. You could go to MDT or to Magpul,
Hmm.
and they make mags for them. I kind of like MDT mags. They're they give me the most options as far as that goes. Um, you can, because I can go with metal, plastic, and metal, or just plastic.
Yeah,
So
I'm thinking the plastic would be better for deer hunting because it's quieter.
yeah, yeah,
I wonder, should we make a 6.5 prairie dog load, Paul?
sure. Yeah, what do we get? 100 grain bullet. I mean, that.
Let's find out.
Oh yeah,
I really haven't looked for what let's go burger. Burger sounds good. 6.5. No, burger's no fun. Their latest is 120.
what do we got?
Who did you check?
I'm checking Hodgdon right now.
Okay. Hodgson or Hornaday?
Hornady, excuse me. Oh, what are they showing for 100 grain bullet? And they show a 95 grain bullet. I don't know who that's from.
I'm checking.
95 grain Hornady VMAX.
I am checking Sierra
Okay.
diameter 264.
Well, I can get you to 3371 with Winchester Stayball 6.5
Ooh,
with 49.3 grains behind a 95 grain Hornady VMAX
wow.
as max.
Oh, you went to the low data. Okay.
Yeah.
Sierra makes a 6.5, 100 grain hollow
Okay.
point.
So that could be and with 4350, you're at 3224, and you're only pushing 5600 psi. With the stay ball, you're pushing 60,000 psi. So
That's not
it's
surprising.
yeah. Um, yeah, 3,300, almost 3,200 feet per second. That would make a good varmint load.
I was scrolling through the 6.5 and I almost clicked on the Carcano.
is available.
Oh, that's regular. That's not IMR 4064.
IMR 4064 is there too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have plenty of that.
3281 with a 95 grain Hornady VMAX, 41.6 grains. And
3116 for 100 grain Barnes TTSX.
okay.
Holy crap, I could get this 140 grain. Well, that's 140 grain AMAX, not the boat tail. But I could get that moving at 2603 with a 35 grain load behind it. However, it's 60,800 PSI.
That's still okay though. That's still not
Well, yeah,
bad.
that rifle should handle 80 easy.
Yeah.
Loud says Nosler has a 90 grain Varmageddon.
I didn't. They didn't list that one in there.
No. I don't even know what powders I have. That's the problem. I need to go through that.
Okay.
What's Varget? Let's see what we do with Varget. Varget 3286. Wow. For that same 95 grain.
Oh.
I only got a pound of Varget though, so that won't go long.
Well, okay. If we get 4064, you're still at 3200. They're almost 3300 feet per second, and it's 41.6.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Gotta move the cord so I don't spill the beer. What do I got up here? I know I got a crap. So I got a crap ton of IMR 4064. What all do I have up here? Trail Boss.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I got a bunch of shot shell powder. I got Universal, got Clays, I got Blue Dot, I got a whole crap ton of Unique, 700X, Accurate number 7. Ooh, I got 2 pounds of that. That looks like that's pistol powder.
Okay.
I don't know. It's got a pistol on the label. Bunch of 4064. Ooh. I got some 42 IMR 4227.
I don't think that one will
Hey, I got 2 pounds of that. Oh no, sorry. One's IMR, one's H. I got a bunch of tightwad.
Well, I got a breakdown for you for 4350. We'll get you up to 41.8, which is 0.2 of a grain over.
Hey, we can see what Tight Group does.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Ooh, I got some old 4198.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did you see that can, Paul?
Yes, I see that.
I got enough 748 for I think 2, maybe 3. There's some H380. Ooh, there's some 296. Should I use that? No.
Yeah, we can use that. That's not a problem.
Ooh, there's another 296. Almost full.
That'd be good.
Right?
Yeah.
There's some 7828. IMR 7828.
Could that work?
Bet you we could get it smoking then.
No, don't go up that high with that.
No,
But yeah,
I have, I literally have like, I think, oh, no, that's empty. Those are empty. But I have like 4 pounds of 4060 IMR 4064.
okay.
So we could use blue dot. That'd be fun. Pull it with a string.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. What happened to your rifle? Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see that we got Jim is online there. Jim, I need your address, Jim.
I have it.
Okay. I need his address because we finally found a way for Jim to shoot dime size groups.
Hey, WC 852.
Don't
Pull
know
down
about that
powder.
one.
Says load is H450, win 785.
Jim, this is so you can shoot 3-inch groups, okay? So that you can cover with a dime. So, yeah, we can we can work up some stuff. I'll send you over some sheets that with breakdowns. 4064, I get away with 8 loads on at a 3/10 of a grain
Yeah.
increment. Well, Jordan, if I hope he's getting better. I haven't heard from you in a while. And you got a new house. Wow. Lots changed.
Well, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear the chemo's going.
Yes.
Good.
But yeah, that would the first thing to do is go out and chronograph 5 shots, pull some bullets. You can use a 308 die to seat your bullets if you need to. If you don't have 6.5 dies, that'll work. Yeah. Especially if you got a Hornady die, the sleeve will help keep it centered. You got 40 acres now, Jordan? Wow. $40 acres in a creek. Nice.
Sweet.
Nice. That's enough to hunt. Jim, you still haven't seen. This is so you can shoot dime-sized groups from now on, okay? You got to send it to you so you can show it over your groups.
Gerald says IMR 4064, show it. No, I'm not showing you all my powder. Dang nabbit.
Why, he's going to go through his 30 millimeter ammo cans to show all his powder off? Oh my gosh, yeah.
So,
well, I kind of moved things around in here to try to reset a few things and give everybody a different view.
So I found castpix.net.
Okay.
Oh, this is offload data. Looks like But it looks like I can use this WC852 for 3030.
Okay.
If I had a 6.5 Swede, you could use it for that too. 45 ACP, 41 meg. Lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a
30.
dime. It's a dime, Jim. It's just, so you can shoot dime sized groups from now on.
That'd be fun.
Magnum rifle primers. I got some of them too.
Well, he said large Magnum.
Yeah, large Magnum. Yeah,
I got some of those somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know where. I probably put them with the rest of the primers. But yeah, it goes for about any large rifle primer at this point in time.
Yeah, for some reason we can't get any. I don't know why they stopped making them, but lots of small pistol primers are showing up, and lots of small rifle primers are showing up.
Yeah, we've had a bunch.
Uh-huh. So
looks like a lot of the surplus powder suggestions are at your own risk. So the weird thing is it says on here, it says load as H450 or Win 785. It said loading instructions included, which I didn't get, and then it says reduce all loads by 5%. So
well, H450. I mean, 4350. That's good.
no, H450, not 4350.
Oh, H450. Okay.
Yeah, it's a ball
Excuse
powder.
me. Yeah.
So anyway,
H450. Boy, I'd have to go back into my books to find H450.
mm-hmm.
It's coming to you soon, Jim.
See, the only thing I don't like about what Hodgdon did is now on their reloading data,
Yeah.
you have to choose a cartridge before you can choose a powder and all the rest.
It's been that way a while, though. Yeah. Alliant used to be the other way too, where you could pick a powder and then see if your cartridge would fit it.
Mm-hmm.
But they've gotten away from that. H450, 785. Boy, that brings back a lot of memories.
Who the heck was that? What did I say? Number 7? I'm going to see what that fit, what I can use that for. While we're doing it. Where'd it go? Oops. Where did I bury it? I should inventory this stuff. I do have Trail Boss. Oh, and fine. Here's one powder of 4064. Thanks. And here's another one. So there.
Yeah.
You got to see 2 pounds. Have a nice day. Thanks for playing. Please drive through. Where the heck did they go? Weird. Oh, I sent them over there. Accurate, number 7.
Accurate number 7. Okay. 40, 45, 38 super, 357, 327 if I remember right.
You said 357?
Yeah. Yep, number 7, 357.
Good. Because I do have a bunch of 357 loads that I got from Jonathan that I have to pull because we don't know what powder's in them. But the projectiles are good. The brass is good. The primers are good. So I'm just going to
What
pull.
kind of projectiles?
I don't remember. There was some that were FMJ, some were cast.
Okay, so cast load with number 7 is 9.1 to 10.1, and for a jacketed hollow point 9.5 to 10.5. So, you're good there. You can drop all the way down to 110 grain Sierra jacketed hollow cavity with 11.6 to 12.9, which is pretty good, but 38 super plus P auto. No, they don't list anything there. Yep. Number 7, they list some loads for 38 super. You can go to a 147 lead.
So are you going to send me a 38 super handgun to shoot?
Well, I might as well.
Okay, cool.
So I mean, yeah.
Hey, if you're going to send it, I'll put it to good use.
Yeah, we'll just have to figure something out there to get it to you. But 9 point with 147 grade lead round nose, you're getting 1,300 feet per second with it with 9.2 grains. And if I get to a Hornady,
nice.
Yeah, if I get to a Hornady full metal jacket, 10 grains will get you 1388.
Nice.
Yeah. And if we can get some 115 grain lead round nose, we'll get you to 1,500 feet per second with number 7.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of this powder.
Plate killers.
Yeah.
Because you know it's going to come on a 2011, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that'll be fun. All right. Yeah, so that's interesting that they were talking in the chat today on Discord about Ken looks like he might be getting a 6.5 284.
Yes.
Anybody in the chat shoot 6.5 284? So, and so, Paul, let's talk about building a gun range.
Fun. I've done that a couple of times.
So let's say I hit the lottery.
Okay.
And I buy land. And being that I like playing around and I like building things, of course, I'm going to go buy myself a Bobcat. Probably a backhoe. Well, actually, if I got the Bobcat, do I really need a backhoe? No. I can just buy the backhoe attachment.
No, you don't want the backhoe attachment.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah, they suck.
Okay, then I'll get a backhoe because I won the lottery.
If you won the lottery and you buy an excavator, not a backhoe, the
Okay.
Bobcat can carry all the dirt you want. The backhoe is what you need to place and to
Mm-hmm.
excavate the dirt and get it so you can carry it with the Bobcat.
Yeah.
And you don't need a huge one, but the bigger the better.
Yep.
As it goes. And then you decide, how far and what kind of ground you got. If you got flat ground, well, then you got a little bit of height that you have to deal with. So
Yep.
if your targets are 3 foot off the ground, you want your berm to be about 16 to 18 feet tall.
Okay.
Okay, so that kind of gives you a little safety margin in there, and it's that's what what you're looking at, and you want a 3-sided berm for a certain amount of distance in case you're shooting. If you're shooting steel, you don't know where ricochets and that are going to go.
Right.
So you want to come out about I'd say about 30 feet on each side, and put yourself about 20 or 30 feet wide, depending upon what you're really looking at. But
Right.
any kind of pistol practice at all you want to do is you want to have it pretty wide, but 30 feet's about average, and 30 foot deep into the what do you call it? If you got a hill, you're much better off.
Yeah. Well, we're assuming that I'm buying up a bunch of
flat ground,
flat
farmland. Yeah, farmland. Yeah.
Not necessarily farmland because I'm not
Too
mean.
expensive. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, it's not expensive. But I'm not mean. If somebody's farming it, I'm not going to buy it out from underneath them to turn it into not farm, because that'd be silly.
Okay.
Because we need all the farmland we can get.
So you want
but it's probably going to be Rago Freckle's got an awesome idea. What about an oxyacetylene tank bullet trap?
It ain't strong enough.
No, I'm thinking he's being facetious, because
Yeah,
he's thinking, yeah, if it's full and I have a lit flare by it, then we're awesome.
Yeah.
So, Edward Sarkeesian. He's one of the YouTubers that does all sorts of weird stuff. They took not one of the big, not one of the huge log style propane tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 500-gallon ones, but the next step down.
250s, yeah.
Yeah, he took one of those. He took, he had, I think, 6 oxygen tanks, the full-size ones, and like 20-pound propane tanks, and set them all up and open up on them with, he had Mark Serbu come out. Mark brought his Madus, and of course a Serbu, and then there was a couple of there was an AK, and it was either a 240 or 249. Oh no, it was a 60. Sorry, and an M60 and a 249. And so I was kind of disappointed because Edward sat on the ground with on his butt with the Madus in a ground mount, and so he wasn't aiming at all. He was just grabbing the handles and pulling.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, lit the stuff up, but not very well. But after most of the stuff went out, the big tank was still going, but they realized there wasn't a lot of holes in it. So Mark grabs the 60 along with a full belt and proceeded to put some more holes in it. I'll tell you what, though, they hit a couple of those 20-pounders just right. So they sat there and just spun on fire. It was pretty awesome. So that's Edward Sarkeesian. If you get a chance, check out his stuff. He's the guy he's one of the first guys that actually put a BMG round in a 12 gauge. So he does all sorts of fun stuff. They put a tank in, or I don't know if it was an oxy tank or some. I don't remember what they put a tank inside a gun safe and shot it to see what would happen. So oxyacetylene is also fun in a balloon. Our shop teacher used to do that when he was giving lectures, and somebody was starting to doze off. He'd keep talking, and he'd walk over, and you'd hear boom. Don't sleep in my class. He was hilarious. So, I guess Raggle Fraggle said he's serious. No, because they won't stop anything. They'll stop. I guess if you were going to use them for the pistol backstop, sure.
Yeah, pistol are fine. They're not
going to stop rifles.
Yeah, I experimented on a piece of steel and a cup where the interior was a hollow metal cup.
Yeah, so like the bottom, maybe essentially the bottom of a tank cut off.
Yeah, cut up like bottom of the tank cut off, and then a piece of 1/2-inch mild steel that fit it perfectly. Filled it with black powder and then shot it with a 22-250. The neighbors wondered if our propane tank blew up. Yeah, young and dumb. Just we never found the disc
plate, the cover.
Yeah, the cover. We never found that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
How much black powder was that? Like a 1/2 pound?
Yeah, that was it. It was not,
Well, a 1/2 pound of black powder is a lot.
Yeah, but it wasn't a full pound, and you had, it was.
I do have 4 pounds of that up there.
3 inches maybe,
Yeah.
And then by the time you put the the 1/2-inch mild steel on there, maybe 2.5 inches, 4 inches around. I don't know. We just filled it up, tamped it, put it up in there, and one round from a 22-250 from about 200 yards, and
that's a safe distance.
Yeah.
Hey, do you still have that number 7 data up?
Yeah.
Anything for 327 Federal?
Okay.
Gerald wants to know 80 or 90 grain bullets. Vemgem says, excuse me, degreaser cans and tea lights are fun with a 22. Yep.
I got 78, 85, 90, 100, and 115. What does he want?
90.
90. It's a Hornady lead semi-wad cutter, 9 grains to 10. 10 grains will get you 1,605 feet per second in a 5-inch barrel.
Ooh, that's moving.
Yeah.
See, I want a 327 Fed, but I'm waiting until somebody actually makes it in a frickin' lever gun.
You drop to an 85 XTP and 1670 with 10.4 grains in number 7. Number 7 was a wicked round.
Yeah. The only problem is Tom Gresham actually now is beating up Ruger since they own Marlin. To make a 1894 in 327 Fed, because he and his call screener both love 327 Fed.
Yeah,
and they both, since it launched, have wanted a lever gun.
Yeah,
and they were both beating up Henry for a while, and now that Ruger owns Marlin, they're beating up Ruger as well. And Gresham's really good with Ruger because he sits at their booth for a shot.
Okay.
So
Now,
or
can you
has
imagine?
a couple of years.
Can you imagine what that would do in a 16-inch lever gun?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing as it is out of a 4-inch
Five,
barrel.
yeah. So I'm thinking you could get with number 7, you could probably be somewhere in the 2,200 feet per second.
Mm-hmm. So Vemjim said degreaser can, tea lights. I got a better thing: starting fluid and a Zippo, and a 177 pellet.
There you go.
Yeah, that was awesome. Best part, Zippo survived. Andy's been casting zinc. Andy 79Z28. Make sure you check out his channels.
Yes.
He's all over the place. If you don't join the chat every once in a while, because one of the coolest things, and it's not because we're cool, it's because they like sharing information. But we have quite a few people that join the live chat every week that have their own YouTube channels and other, social media stuff that love sharing. Andy said to Rumble, I just saw he's got a Rumble channel tonight when I was setting up the Rumble feed. And he said he's got all of his zinc casting on the Rumble. So make sure you check it out. Zinc casting is kind of cool. I was going to do we were going to do a casting thing. I thought about it in July, and then I decided that was a really bad idea. So we're going to push that off to September. We'll do casting in September, October when it's a little cooler. So Regal Fraggle said brake cleaner works well too. Yeah, I know. Bama Dad says he's pleading the fifth. Too many feds directing Google these days. Yeah. Nothing I've done's illegal. So, and if it was, well, the statute of limitations has run out.
Yeah. Same here. Same here.
I think one of the coolest things I've been a part of, though, growing up, one of my friends' grandpa had land way up north, like above Highway 8. And Daniel Anderson, it is Andy 79Z28 on Rumble. And he had a blasting permit since that was issued to him in 1917. I think most of the dynamite was from then too. And I hadn't seen War Wagon yet. So I didn't know what that stuff dribbling off the side was. But he used to have us run up, put the dynamite in the stump, light the fuse. The coolest thing this guy did. Gerald said Henry made a few 327 feds in lever action. Must have been right before COVID. Every time I mention guns, my Google Hub lights up. Yeah. That's the joys of having technology. So he blew up a frickin' Pinto.
Ooh.
Actually, I shouldn't say he blew it up. He vaporized it. So, yeah, he used 9 sticks.
9 full sticks?
Yes. 3 in
and
the
it was
engine.
and it was old, so it was sweating nitro.
Yeah, it looked like the stuff out of War Wagon, only real life. Yeah, he used 9 sticks. He was really good with it. He was kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
So he wired it up so the engine would go first, the cabin would go second, and then the fuel tank would go third. I don't know how much gas was in it, but God, that was a sweet fireball. He put a fuse on it so that I had enough time to run 500 yards after I lit it. And I wasn't really running that fast, so. Oh, Henry's making it now, you're saying, Gerald. That's cool. But yeah, that was like freaking Hollywood. It was awesome. I think the biggest piece we found we found half a piston.
Mm. Well, there's only 4 of them in there, so yeah, okay.
That was the
That was
biggest
pretty
piece
good.
that was the
Yeah.
biggest piece we found. Well, he 9 sticks on a Pinto, so
Yeah, I know. That's he must have had it really down in the ground, you know, leveled in order to get it to go up.
no, I
The
don't really
problem,
know.
the problem with explosives are that every explosive takes the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's any room underneath it,
No, he had so the dynamite was all inside the car.
okay,
So the 3 sticks were actually inside the car. Um, the 3 sticks for the engine were actually 2 were literally on the end on the side of the block.
okay,
The 3 for the 3 in the back were literally in between the gas tank and the body.
okay. That makes sense. I mean, but people have to understand that.
Yeah, if you would have just like literally stuck them underneath, it would have just
Right,
lifted the car up,
right.
and then the car would have settled back down.
And whatever force down would blow a hole out. The car would have gone up, maybe tumbled over, whatever,
Yeah,
but a lot of it would have gone out to the sides.
yeah.
So,
Raggle Fraggle said it would have been even better if it was a Gremlin. No, it was a Pinto. It was awesome and appropriate. By the way, best Pinto scene in a movie ever. Top Secret. Val Kilmer, 1985 or 84. It came out like a year before Top Gun, but it is on YouTube. I don't know if the full movie is, but the scene is. So you should check it out. It's pretty awesome. It involves a Pinto and a deuce and a half.
oh, okay.
German deuce and a half, I should say. Let me clarify that. But it's freaking awesome. And the movie's hilarious. You didn't really know Val Kilmer could be funny, but you watch this movie and you're like, wow, he's got some comedic chops. So, anyway. So, we know what my project's going to be. What's yours?
Mine right now, I am working up on a new 77 grain load for 223, and I have 5 powders I'm working with. 4895 H, Varget, Varmint, and RL15.
Okay.
So, and what else? Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 or 5 powders. I thought I had. I got one more in there. I can't remember what it is. Match.
Okay.
Match. That new ball powder to see
Yeah.
if it's gonna work. So, and then in 308, I'm working with that Peterson brass. I've got about half of one box fire formed, and then we're going to start with match and Varget to compare it.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'm not going to do any shooting this week. I got to find a scope for to put on the rifle. Since it's only going to be 200 yards, I don't really care about the glass quality.
okay.
So I don't know if I've got anything laying around here or not, but so does this feel like the Waltons? Sometimes, yes, it does. Sometimes it does. Way back in the day, we used to say goodnight to Kelly from shikees. Brain fart. Slime Fire Radio. So,
okay.
when Trevor was on the show, we used to say goodnight to Kelly. So, anyway.
What do I got? I got a Leupold 10 power sitting here, straight 10.
Straight 10?
Yeah.
That might be overkill.
Okay.
That would really. Ooh, Nikon Buckmaster 4-12 by 40 might work. Matt Gorman said Tasco for the win. No, we discussed this the other day. Dang it! If it comes down to Tasco or not, I'm just going to buy the cheap Cabela's crap because I can get it cheaper than get a Tasco.
Yeah.
So,
Old Tascos used to be good though.
True.
Old Tascos, older.
Yeah, pre-80.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a scope. See, the problem is it's back there underneath some crap um, in the closet, and I did get rid of my dad's gun cabinet. That's holy crap. That glass was tough. Yeah. So my dad had a gun cabinet that he bought. God, he's had it as long as I can remember. So back to when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. The glass ones with the glass front wood.
Yeah. Um, but it was still press board.
Okay.
And so it's all beat up. The locking mechanism's jacked. It's the double door. So the one door is pinned and then the other one locks, and that's how it stays closed. Well, the pins are shot. The hinges were shot. The frame for the one piece of glass was separated, and it wasn't going to glue back together well. So I asked the kids if they wanted it. I asked my sister if she wanted it. Nobody wanted it. I don't have room for it. So it's out in the fire pit now, and the glass went into the big garbage can. I got one of the nice big rough framing claw hammers.
Yeah.
And I hit it with that in the corners while it was in there, and it wouldn't break. I had to stand back about 10 feet and whip it. Like I was trying to use it to kill somebody, and then it finally broke. I mean, I stood back at about 4 feet and I was chucking it.
What did your dad do? Put laminated glass in it?
No, it was just tempered, because when it finally blew, it tempered.
Okay, so it all kind of fell into little pieces then.
Yep.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm like, holy crap. So yeah.
Yeah, tempered glass is not is hard to do, but laminated is even worse.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we had a piece at school at the older high school. A kid, I don't know what the heck they did, but anyway, so the door frame's here. The center of the glass was out here. So it was bought out that much. It was 5-foot piece of glass, 5 foot by 1 foot.
Okay. Side light. Yeah.
And the maintenance guys couldn't get it to come out, and they didn't want to tug at it because they didn't want it blown up in their face. So they took a couple of their tools and they were trying to break it, and it wouldn't break. I said, "Did you hit it in the corner?" He goes, "Yeah, I hit it in the corner, and it still didn't break." He goes, "I was wailing on that." So yeah, sometimes glass is tougher than you think.
Go out and buy one of those extraction devices that they have. Have you ever seen them? They're about big. They got a ceramic point on them.
Well, what I should have just done on the frickin' glass is I should have just grabbed my 22 pellet pistol and shot it.
Probably.
But I didn't think about that. I was trying to minimize the mess. So anyway, that was my fun. But this weekend, hold on. Paul Loud says this is what I should do. Hey, Paul, if I'm doing this, how am I going to pull the freaking trigger, you schmuck? For that.
There you go, Paul.
You get the bird, Paul. That is the John Super approved bird, because we can't do the other one anymore. Oh. Anyway. So this weekend, I will be in Grinnell, Iowa. That's right. I'm going to Idiots Out Wandering Around Land.
You're going to go visit the shooting range while you're there?
Yes. Yeah, so
Okay.
I will be shooting, just not my
Okay.
guns.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
okay. It's nice to shoot somebody else's guns and ammo.
that's right. GunCon
That's right.
2023, baby. Um, so I am going down there. There's going to be a bunch of talent down there. We like shooting. I don't know who else from FRN's coming, but I know a bunch of the big YouTubers are coming and stuff like that. So I don't know how they're gonna. If you go to the Gun Collective, any other sites, you can find out info. I don't know. I didn't even look to see how if they were streaming or not.
They are. They usually stream it. At least the panel that they have up,
Yeah.
and they do pretty good on the giveaways too.
Yep. Hopefully I'll win something.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I don't. So I didn't last year. Let's see here. Doesn't say anything. Let's see. There we go. I gotta go to the actual GunCon website.
You know, it almost reminds me of the first Bianchi Cup that they had. The first $50 to get in, and we got probably about $110 worth of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So some of the talent, Mr. Guns and Gear, Tactical Toolbox, Legally Armed America, Guns and Gadgets, Pew View, What the Kicks, Tiberius Gibb, Jay the Shooter, Tactical Considerations, High Caliber History. Let's see here. It's all the sponsors. Lots of good sponsors. But it doesn't say anything about streaming. So, but anyway, so it may when it gets closer. So, but otherwise, I know they put the videos up after. So, but yeah, so Friday and Saturday I'll be at Brownells.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Oh, that's a candy store.
Yes, it is.
That's a dangerous place for me to go.
Well, luckily I don't have any money to spend, so I'm all good.
Yeah, but my credit cards would do some real damage to my finances. Evening, Ken.
I have to leave him. That's so. I'm leaving him home. So.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Excuse me. So Bama Dad wants to know, what are some of your favorite reloading log books? Something that even shows a section for casting bullets. I like via his logs. Just wondering if there's something commercially available.
I use my own logbooks, except I use
Excel
Reddings.
spreadsheet.
I use Reddings for my precision loading, because it lists everything that I need to do for a precision load. And I have some other stuff for my where's my dog? Where's my dog? Come here, dog. Come on, come here.
A dog.
Oh, she wants to go out and run. Okay. I made up some other ones from for my handguns and that kind of stuff that I use, for cast bullets and that kind of stuff. And it's not hard just to build them on an Excel or Word document, and then then convert them to PDF and use a fill form on PDF to fill them in. So, but I had all that kind of software, so it didn't matter too much.
Right. I'm just looking to see. Well, I guess since that one doesn't work anymore, I should get rid of it. That's the only problem with switching over from phone to phone is so there's reloading assistant, which I think a listener, either current listener or former listener of the show,
Yeah.
made. There's reloading calculator, um, which gives you um, option to make basic. So you make your load. So you can tell your components, what bullet it is, the quantity, cost, weight, grains, style, powder, yada yada, primers, cases. And it'll calculate your costs, but it also has firing results. So you can put the velocity, group size, shots in group, target distance, and then there's a spot for notes. I thought I actually had Vidivori's app. Bear with me here. Maybe I don't. Maybe I get rid of it. So.
You can go to the Reading website, and they have hand loading links, and they have a basic hand loading guide.
Oh,
Which,
this Vidivori app looks nice.
yeah.
I'm guessing Matt meant diary section, not dairy section.
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't know. Maybe you can get milk and coffee creamer. So. Test without signing up. All right. Accept. Ooh, update. Wow. So they've got it looks like their reloading data for their powders.
Yes.
Which is good. Augmented reality. Yeah, so the diary. So the diary, you can select your firearm, powder, the type, the load, the bullet, manufacturer, caliber, type, and weight, case, manufacturer times loaded, primer, manufacturer and type, cartridge, overall length, muzzle velocity, notes, and then show test data inputs option. So your test shooting data, you can put temp, wind speed, wind direction, air pressure. You can actually get the weather data, and it automatically fills it in. And then you can choose Fahrenheit or Celsius, meters per second, or feet per the wind direction, what direction it was coming from by clock, air pressure. So like it says right now, that the temperature is 79. I have 10.36 miles per hour wind. It's coming from 840. And the air pressure is 1018 HPA, but I prefer inches of mercury. So 3006 inches of mercury. I can take a picture. I can put test notes in here. Holy crap, this is amazing. Yeah, Matt was saying you can type other powders in there. You just got to clear so it automatically fills in for the manufacturer. It fills in Vidivori. You just change that. And there's all sorts of different info you can do, that type of thing. So, um, show advanced options. So you've got for powder, you got manufacturing info, um, all sorts of fun stuff. Primer type, manufacturing, overall length, muzzle velocity, purpose for loading. So that's pretty impressive. So I think there's a couple other ones out there. Let's see what else we got. Reloading manuals. RCBS has a reloading app. Oh, that's for controlling the Charge Master or the Match Master. So yeah, Reloading Assistant I have installed, but that's an old app and hasn't been updated for a long time, so I probably wouldn't recommend it.
This is the Reading Advanced Hand Loader data sheet. And
here, let me put you on
full screen there. Yeah. So
I wonder if that's digital somewhere.
they have it as PDF on their site somewhere, and I use that, and there's lots of different loads in here, and it I just put in a 3-ring binder, and this one's been around a long time. And as I go through things and throw things out, and new powders, new loads come along, new barrels, that gets changed. I think I made one up for Travis.
So they have a basic. They've got ammunition box labels too.
Mm-hmm.
I am putting a link in the notes or in the comments for the actual
Labels. Yeah.
No, for the advanced hand loaders.
Ah, okay.
Data sheet. So. All right.
And I know this is kind of old fashioned, but this is a rubber stamp that I had made up a long time ago.
Yeah.
That let's see. It has a case of powder, the bullet, the date, the weight of the powder, the weight of the bullet, and velocity, and how many times fired. And yeah, I had a stamp guy make it, and works out pretty nice.
So there's also an app called Gunner, Gunr. That you can do load data and stuff too. That I haven't played around with much. I'm looking at it right now. It's got a lot of cartridges listed. Wow. Just for the 6mm, Paul?
Yeah.
For the 6s. 6x45, 6AR, 6BR, 6BRA, 6BR Lapua, 6BR Norman, 6BR Remington, 6 Lee Navy, 6 Musgrave, 6 PPC, 6 Rem, 6 TCU, XC, 6 GT, 6 Dasher, 6 Creedmoor, 6 ARC.
There are a few sixes out there, aren't there, guys?
And then, so for this is for gunner. For your gun, you add the name, what you want to put, and then your caliber, and then you can put your twist rate, your barrel length, your action, your barrel, and your chamber length, if you want. The only stupid thing does is gives you like extra garbage, like you're private first class. So you can add recipes, you can add factory ammo.
Well, that's nice. Do I want that on my phone though?
I don't know. Are you thinking for what purpose?
Well, I'm
For not
just
being able to get at it?
no, I'm just thinking of it just in case somebody picks up my phone or whatever or something. I don't know. I'm not really so worried about it, but out there in the wild, I don't. I'm not a big phone user anymore.
Right. Well, this would be more for people who are.
Mhm.
And you can export it.
Okay.
And import. So. You can put your load tests data. So you got a charge test, a COAL test. You can put minimum charge weight, maximum charge weight, your increments, your starting charge, min speed, max speed, bullet, brass, coal, powder, primer, distance. So
got a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah. So for my activities, hunting, club shoot, shooting event, shooting competition, target practice, load development, reloading ammo, scope sight, and maintenance or other. So I did reloading ammo. You can add shots, distance, notes, recipe, load test, add photos, chronograph results, weather conditions. So another really good one. That's GUNR by Spaza ! Tech. And it was just updated on June 6th.
And any cost to it?
No, it's free.
And it's free, guys. So that isn't too bad.
It looks like there is a subscription option where you can do some other things.
But sounds full featured.
Yeah. They also make a cost of reloading app. They make a dope app. So. Yeah, so there's in-app purchases of $199 to $29.99 per item. So I'm guessing there's a monthly subscription option.
Okay.
I don't have a monthly subscription, but
well, I wonder what Sierra is going to do with theirs since they've taken their app off the books now.
They can't do a damn thing with it until Google allows it. So.
Oh, okay.
I already asked them. So. Because people aren't asking him stupid 6'5" Creedmoor questions. So, Andre D'Angelo said he's been using Reloaders Workshop for PC. So, and then Matt Gorman said he posted a pic in the Discord general chat. So, but yeah, I mean, Yeah, I could see that'd be really nice. And if Right in the Rain ever releases their paper that they were going to talk about releasing that you could buy, then you could print on that, and you would have to worry. So, but
Yeah.
but they make those home laminating kits now too. So if you wanted to make it some protected, so. But GGW Outdoors said, in honor of the 454 show, I received my shipping confirmation email for the Rossi 92 in 454 Casul. Oh, that should be fun. So.
Yeah, if you're into writing on paper, you can go to Impact Data Books, and you can get one of their books that you can fill out all the target information, loads, how many rounds, the gun information, scope information. Yeah, they have like this is a weapon, information stuff you can get there.
Nice.
You can your scope. This is for one of my Burris ballistic PEX E1.
Cool.
Round count for a gun. And then target information.
Nice.
And the shooter's diary, which is very handy to have. So you can put everything down. And it's Right in the Rain paper, so you can play with it all you want.
Nice. That's awesome.
And again, it's Impact Data Books.
And GGW Outdoors wants to know, is there a pen and quill option? Unfortunately, Jim's not here tonight, so we can't ask him. But I'm pretty damn sure he probably does have something. So we'll have to check with him and get back to you on that one, GGW Outdoors.
It's not pen and quill.
But the funny thing is pen and quill is the same damn thing.
Yeah, but the stone tablets and the chisels and hammer are hard to work with.
Yeah. Well, I could see Jim using a quill and ink.
Okay.
So, but yeah, pen and quill are kind of the same thing. The pen replaced the quill.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so let's talk about our sponsors. So, forpatriots.com. They've got a lot of different things for survival stuff, survivalists, basic stuff if you just want to be prepared, or preppers, or say you camp a lot. They've got stuff for that. They've got a bug out solar lantern. They've got a solar powered fridge. They've got fire starters. They've got a little camp stove. They've got water purification systems. They've got for power. They've got the Patriot Power Generator 2000X solar generator. They've got, like I said, the Freedom Fridge, and then they've got the Patriot Power Sidekick, which is kind of a smaller unit. For crying out loud, they got EMP bag kits. So if you're worried about EMP stuff, they've got setups for that.
Yeah, just think, you can put your phone inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Nobody can trace you then either.
For food, The food's actually really good. They've got all sorts of different package setups. They've also got it so you can customize your own kit. They've got stuff where you can pick your entrees, pick your meats or proteins. They've got breakfast and coffee stuff. They've got bundles. They've got long-term survival food. They've got short-term kits. They've got specialty kits. Excuse me. So it's all good stuff. So like the customizable food kits, you choose your pet. Right now, it's a deal where you choose 5 get 1 free.
Oh, that isn't bad. That's a
Uh-uh. So you've got stuff like mashed potatoes, instant milk. If you're vegan, black bean butter or black bean burger mix, butter powder, honey powder. I don't know why you'd really want honey powder. Honestly, I suppose easier to carry. They got they got like rice and pancakes and they got banana chips and some other veggie stuff and fruit stuff, freeze dried stuff, egg powders, etc., etc.
Anybody who's been in the military knows what egg powder's like.
Yeah. Although this is supposed to be actually better than than your standard. They've got all meat survival kit. So it's got real chicken and beef, lean croche. It's hand packed. It's guaranteed to, or designed to last 25 years. 100% satisfaction guarantee. It says 25-year shelf life under proper storage conditions. Excessive heat and or damage to packaging may decrease shelf life. So obviously, excessive heat would be storing it outside.
Yeah, you don't store it in your garage, guys.
Yeah.
Down in the basement works.
But there's freeze-dried chicken, freeze-dried beef, all sorts of. So, if you're in a hurricane area or a tornado area or you're on one of those borderline states where if you get winter weather, you're without power for a couple of days. They've got, stuff like that. They got a 72-hour, a 1 week, a 2 week, a 4 week. They've got emergency food bars, which are kind of interesting and cool.
All that stuff helps. In Missouri, I was there for one winter where we got hit with a storm, ice storm, and power was out for us for 3 weeks before they could get it. So
I mean, they're a lot better nowadays, but
yeah.
Last winter, wasn't it Texas got hit and they were without power for a week?
2 weeks.
Yeah. In some areas. So,
yep. And they had water lines freezing and everything else. So,
yeah.
It's it ain't fun when it's like that.
No.
So,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely stuff you want to be prepared for. So,
I mean, look at guys, even if you just get a month's worth of stuff for one person, because I know you have families and everything else.
They got pudding now.
So if you got a month of stuff for one person, that means you got at least a week for a family of 4.
Yeah.
So it's a smart option,
Now, obviously, this is stuff just like MREs and stuff where there's prepared. So you're going to need to. So a lot of this stuff you will need to you will need water and a heating source for the water. But they do have other options where you don't need that type of thing. So, they've got all sorts of different options and.
I mean, put it this way: the average family runs to the grocery store 3 times during a week.
Okay? Oh, easily.
Yeah. So
I mean, I grew up in a single parent household, And I grew up in the time where you didn't do that. So my house is different than a lot of places. I've got stuff sitting around that, if we lose power for a
Mhm.
few days, I'm going to be
You're okay.
okay.
Yeah,
But a lot of houses aren't. So
that's right.
the problem I have is I'm out in the country on a well. So if I have
Wow,
no power, I have no
you have no
water.
water. So
So
you need some type of water storage, and that goes to everybody. I don't care if they're in the city,
yeah,
you
if
know.
you're in the city and say water main breaks, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So
And how long does it take to purify the water main? Okay,
yep.
that's the other thing. Um,
So
it ain't. You know,
everybody should have a life straw, honestly, or something along that lines. So in the event that you need to, you've got some sort of way of getting that. But
um,
so
a,
yeah, that's for Patriots.
a Sawyer bag is even better.
Yeah,
That way you can hang and
yeah,
get enough for 4 people, in a day with one of them without
right.
much problem.
Yeah. And if you want to know more about prepping and survivalist and even just being prepared, um, Glenn Tate's got a Prepping 2.0 on the network. Check it out. Glenn Tate is actually the author of 99 Days book series. So if you've read those, you see his mind through the characters on prepping and stuff like that. But uh, he and his better half, who co-host the show, um, they don't just talk about deep preps. They talk about, just basic stuff too. Also, Phil Rabelais, former co-host, has his Matter of Facts podcast, which he goes into a lot. So when he was getting that up and running, he had joined us a little bit too, and then he realized pretty quickly that how much time an actual podcast takes, and plus we weren't really super organized at the time, so um, it made it harder for him to join.
And
Uh,
Phil also wrote a book too, so
yes,
it's
he
on
actually wrote 2 books. Oh no, he's writing the second one.
writing the second one, but it's been a while. I haven't heard anything
Yeah,
from him yet.
but
But
yeah, Phil wrote a book. It's on Amazon and stuff. I don't know if he ever turned it an Audible or book or not, but American Insurgent,
yep,
very good.
and he has 2 podcasts. He's got his podcast, Matter of Facts, and he's
Yep.
got one with him and his wife do.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that
And
one.
yeah, so and they talk about survival, survival and
And when he started all this, she wasn't really on board with it.
no,
So,
she wasn't.
so,
But
um,
a little bit of preparation goes a long way.
right.
So, I mean, what we're trying to push, not really push you guys to, but make you think about the the 4 Patriots and their items, and
I mean,
you
as
gotta,
reloaders were kind
we're,
of
we're
preppers to
hoarders.
begin with.
Yeah, we're hoarders. We hoard things. So come on.
So, I mean, we plan for the future as reloaders as a general rule. Even more so now after coming through COVID. I mean, there's still people out there that aren't going to, and well, that's their fault. Um, but there's a lot of people that either got into it through COVID or learned the hard lessons through COVID, watching um, primers in March of 2020, beginning of March 2020, being anywhere from $3.99 to $5.99 for the expensive ones for 100. All of a sudden, basically in a 2-week period, triple in price,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden become vaporware for 6 months. And as we were talking about at the beginning of the show, good luck finding large rifle primers.
Yeah. If you don't have them, you ain't gonna get them right now.
I mean, there's some that come in, but usually they're gone right away if you find them online. We don't have them in Cabela's. I haven't seen them in my store in I don't know, a year since I'm
Yeah.
oh no, we had I take that back. We had 4 packs of bench rest come in CCI Ventress come in 2 weeks ago, and they were gone. So
at $120 a pack.
no, not bricks, just a pack, 100.
Oh, okay.
Just literally 400. But they were $15.99 for 100.
So that it's $160 for 1,000.
Yep. So, and our other sponsor, they make awesome stuff like this. Bing! Patriot Patch Company, patch of the month.
Just what we need.
You might hear Ollie. You might not. I think he woke up a little late. Fire truck just went by, and Ollie howls when the fire truck goes by, but it hit it a little late, so he missed it. Bottle rocket launcher. So with a nice adjustable stock, it looks like it's pump operated, so it's got a optic on the top. It's fun. Ryan and Jake do awesome work. Patriot Patch Company, patriotpatch.co. And they don't excuse me. They don't only have patches. Now that I don't have a bunch of crap in front of my safe, I got to remember to grab my magnet board that's out in the garage that's got some patches on it and put it up behind me. So, but they make that. They make other stuff. They've got some clothing and stuff. Vinyl stickers. They also make tin signs, other things. So all sorts of cool stuff. But make sure you check them out, patriotpatch.co. If you want to be a Patriot Patch Patch of the Month member, but you also want to help out the show, you can go to Patreon, or you can go to our website and sign up for Patreon there to be a Patch of the Month Cub member, and also help out the show through Patreon. So a few people in a few other shows in the network have switched off Patreon because they've had issues with Patreon. We haven't yet. And I don't want to jump unless I have to. So, but as of now, we haven't done anything to violate their terms of service. So we're staying with Patreon for now. But so thank you to all of our Patreons. You folks are making it possible for me to go to GunCon this week. So thank you for that. You've made it possible for us to go to SHOT Show, NRA Show, get some of the equipment that we have, both reloading equipment and computer stuff. Because reloading, so if you want to start a podcast to get free stuff, reloading is not the topic to do it on, gang. Reloading companies don't give anything away. So even for testing.
Yeah.
So as a general rule, I mean, every once in a while you do, but, or if you get, 100,000 subscribers, sometimes they do, but that's about that. So anyway, Trend is a slacker. Nick's a slacker. I think Ray was afraid to come on without Nick. Jim got lost in the woods of Caroline. His cell phone, he forgot to put the cell phone in the EMP bag. Jason and Travis are pretty much MIA. Jason's, for anybody who doesn't follow him on Facebook, they moved to Idaho and started homesteading a bit, and so he's been heavily involved in that. At some point in time, he says life will calm down. He'll join us again. Travis is kids all over the place and family stuff going on, so he doesn't have a lot of time to join us. So he was going to join us for 450, but anybody who paid attention to that show knows that they lost power and got blasted with storms where they got some flooding. So, which some parts of Idaho and Wyoming just got blasted again last weekend. So, yeah,
fun.
Yeah, not fun. So, any shout outs, Paul?
No shout outs this week. We're pretty good.
Yeah. I posted 449. Chris has got 448 uploaded. I got to post that and posting 450 tonight. Hopefully I'll get time to edit some more. I don't know, but um,
I'm
and
I'm hoping this new setup here is working better.
yes, much better.
So
Yes, much improved.
yeah.
No
Um,
background noise. We can hear you clear as day. So yes,
so
fantastic.
new computer. Still a little problem with it. I can't run two screens on it. I get too much flicker on it. So trying
You
to
should
figure
be
that
able
out.
to adjust the. You should be able to adjust the settings.
It's we're trying it and seeing what's going to happen. But
I wonder. I wonder if your monitors are too old though.
well, I got a new one coming next month. I got
Yeah.
a 32-inch curved
There
to
you go.
see how that one. And we're gonna try a couple of different patch cords to see how this works out.
Yeah.
I can get my HDMI works on one computer,
Mhm.
but on one screen, but the display port does not work on the other screen. And these are well, they're high end screens, both of them. So I don't know. I did CAD work with them. I mean, they had to be
Excuse me.
high end.
Maybe get a DisplayPort adapter.
That's what I'm going to do. Try to switch it over, see what happens. I got one coming tomorrow, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Alrighty.
But
Technology is always fun.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just I've been trying to eliminate problems as I've been going, and I've gone through about 3 or 4 different microphones and headsets, and
Oh yeah. I know the feeling. So on mine here I put in the RAM and the new SSD
mhm.
a week ago Sunday. So it's running better. So after letting it run for a week or so and getting the updates and stuff out of the way. But
Well, that's been the thing that I've been doing is putting updates into it, trying to get
God, yes.
full stuff over.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get all my mail pulled over, like
Hmm.
so I could, and then get logged back into StreamYard so it recognized me. And
Yeah, no kidding. So
yeah, so uh, yeah, it's fun. And then there's still some programs that I'm going to lose, so I just kind of figure
yeah,
that.
unfortunately. So
And now it's Windows 11 instead of 10, so that's even worse. So learning a new operating system.
oh yeah.
But yeah, so my laptop's been retired, but it's still around in case I need it.
Hmm.
Um, but this one's a whole lot quieter. Um, New location helps a lot, and
That's good.
you know, see how it goes.
Yes, indeed. I was checking to see if anybody in the chat was still there because they nobody commented for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're real quiet tonight.
That's kind of weird. So anyway,
All right.
on that note, keep your brass shiny.
And Grandpa told me, "Don't listen to my mama." She goes, "Violence does solve problems."
That's right. Sharonda would say,
Teach a
teach a
lady.
lady to reload, let her pinch off your stash. Nick says, jump in the middle of short bush. Uh, what would raise? I forgot what raise is.
Don't remember either.
Crap.
Yeah.
And Jim's, we're going to go back to the old days.
Ooh,
Squeeze!
that trigger.
That's right. Don't jerk it. Make sure you support the Second Amendment, local organizations, the SAF, other organizations out there. They're all kind of starting to learn that, hey, we all need to be pulling on the rope the same direction and quit fighting each other. So they're
And-
starting to get involved.
Together.
Yeah. Second Amendment Foundation's actually letting the NRA join a lawsuit, so I thought that was pretty cool. Sean Heron talked about that on We Like Shooting, so
Yeah.
that's how I heard about that. But yeah, make sure you check out the other podcasts on the network. Make sure you check out the podcasts of all the people that join us. GGW Outdoors, are you still putting out content? So I know he was for a little while. Highboy joins us. Andy 79Z28 was on earlier. There's quite a few others that join us in the live chat that have got content out there. Make sure you're checking them out and giving them love. So,
Yeah.
and if you're struggling, 1-800-273-8255 or 988 from your cellular device. Make sure you reach out. It's important to keep you around. We need you here. We need you here for the fight. But we need you here in good mind. Depression is real. Depression sucks. PTSD is real. PTSD sucks. There's other stuff out there too. Those are the two that come to mind off the top of my head. Reach out, get some help. It can get better, but you got to want to do it, and you got to reach out. For those of you,
Doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask
Nope.
for help.
Keep an eye on your friends. If you're noticing changing, think back. Have you seen some changes that are kind of out over the last few months? And maybe talk to them and let them know. Some people won't talk about it because they're afraid to, or they're afraid that they're going to lose you as a friend. If let them know, hey, I'm here for you. If you need to dump.
Yeah.
But
I got big shoulders, okay?
right. But also remember, therapists have therapists. So keep that thought in mind when you're giving help.
And lead them to a professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead them to a professional. Don't do it all yourself.
Yeah. Because if something happens and you blame yourself, you're going to be right where they were. So lead them to professional. It doesn't, it's push.
Mm-hmm. Gently.
Yes.
Gently but firmly. Because you don't want to push them so hard that you push them off the cliff. So, and in the famous words of that Moose Mauler from Maine, keep your jewels dusted. Which GGW Outdoors just reminded us.
Yeah.
Keep your jewels dusted. Otherwise, you'd be like Jim and have some dusty jewels. Not a good combination. And on that note, good night.
Good night, folks.